guys. Thank you so much for joining in. That's it, hosted by you know who, Cheryl. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. So I want to talk about this topic, and it's been on my mind for the last couple months, and I didn't know how to go about, you know, doing this video and having a discussion. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just go for it and get your thoughts and your opinion about it. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's been like, again, on my mind. And I just wanted to have a discussion about it and get your thoughts about this topic that I'm going to talk about right now. So the question is, why do people cheat? I always ask myself that, why do people cheat? Is it because of the thrill of the cheating, knowing that they won't get caught, or they want to get caught, or they don't care? Is it because they're not getting any love or emotional support from their significant other? Is it because they want to sabotage sabotage their relationship? It can be a lot of different things: emotional distance, low self-esteem, um, again, the thrill, maybe lack of full fulfillment. Maybe they want to take revenge or anger with their significant other. We can mention all these things that why people cheat. And for me, in my honest opinion, I feel like when people cheat, you're a coward. You're a coward. You're a weak link, in my opinion. And cheating is a choice. No one didn't put a gun in your head to cheat. No one didn't tell you to cheat. And I just feel like people just do it, this act of selfishness and cruelty, and they don't think about the repercussion when they get caught by their significant other and how it's going to affect the other person, and if they have children too. And some people just don't really think. They just think about their feelings, and it's all about me, 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 and that's why they did what they did. And they don't even deal with the repercussion of the infidelity. And cheating is a really big deal. It can really mess you up. I've been cheated on in my past relationship, and it was no fun. It's a worse feeling to have for a man or a woman to be cheated on. It is, because you just you question yourself, like, was it me? Did I do something wrong? Like, why did this particular person that I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life with just betrayed my trust and just went behind my back and just cheat on me? You have all these thoughts and questions in your head, like, why this particular doing this to me? Like, this person don't love me, and I done everything that I was supposed to do in a relationship, and a wife or in a husband. Like, why? And sometimes we may know the reason why a particular person do what they do, why they cheat, and we may not don't want to know. And there's times when people cheat, they just want to have their cake and eat it too, and have both worlds, and stay with their spouse, and have another life, and be with their mistress, or and it's just like, it's just, again, selfish. It's cruel. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And again, like, I don't understand why people do that. Instead of, like, communicating with the person that you're with, that things are missing in your relationship or in your marriage, things are not working out, go to counseling. Like, do what do you have to do in order, if you want to save your marriage, if you want to save your relationship. But just to go behind that person's back and cheat on them because you're not happy in the home, because there's something within you that you're being selfish of, instead of, like, communicating with your partner, and you're just doing it behind their back. That's cruel. That's selfish. You're not thinking about them. You're thinking about your needs. And I saw this TikTok video, and I don't know this man's name, but he said it right. He's on the money on this. But men, when men cheat, they cheat for sex and comfort. And for women, we cheat for emotional and understanding. And it's so true, because us women, we're super emotional, especially when we don't get the attention from our loved ones, and we go out and seeking attention from somewhere else who's going to give us that attention, that emotional attention, that understanding that will listen to us and comfort us. And for men, it's just sex. It's just sex and it's comfort just to do what they need to do and then just leave. It depends on the guy too. Some men is just for the sex. Some may get attached and fall in love with that particular person and then leave their wife, or vice versa, they leave their husband. But I for me personally, cheating is just wrong. It's cruel, it's disrespectful in a relationship, in a marriage. I have zero tolerance for that. Like I said, I was cheated on and I had two options, to be honest with you, to stay in that relationship with that particular person at the time or to leave. And I chose to leave. And everyone is different, and this is not a judgment. I did not want to stay in that marriage. I did not want to stay in that relationship because I just know that I don't want to keep wondering what if. Like if I did forgive him and moved on with the relationship with him, I didn't want to know what if. I don't want to be tracking his phone. I don't want to know his whereabouts. I didn't want to be one of those women that just like totally psycho and then just keeping track of my boyfriend at the time. I didn't want to do that. And for me, and this is just for me, I'm speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for anyone else. Once that trust is broken, for me, it's just so hard to get it back. It's hard to get it back because for me, once you break that trust, I can't trust you anymore. I can't trust what you say. I can't trust what you do. I don't know, like, if you're going to be late coming home from work, are you really late coming from work, or you were just late because you just left your girlfriend's house and you're on your way home? That would be my mind. That would be my mind setting. And I didn't want to live like that. And I didn't want to think like that. And I didn't want to drive myself crazy doing that. And for me, and for my own insanity and for my own respect, I left. I walked away. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because I thought at the time that I was going to spend the rest of my life with this man and have children with. I even moved to New York to be with him at the time. And I was very young. I was 26 at the time. And it didn't work out. It didn't pawn in my favor. God had a different plan for me, thank God. And I walked away. And it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't an easy decision to make, but I did do it. And I'm glad I did because for me, cheating is just unacceptable. I've seen how it wrecks a relationship, it wrecks marriages, it affects the children as well. And I told myself I didn't want to be in that situation. God forbid if that did happen to me, which it did, and I walked away. However, now you have most couples when they find out their significant other is cheating on their wife or their husband, cheated on, they tend to stay in the marriage because they feel like the marriage is worth fighting for. They really love their husband or their wife, and that's okay. If you choose to stay with your husband or your wife after you find out the infidelity, don't expect your wife or husband to forgive you just like that. Let's just be clear. Because he or she took you back in, don't just think that that's just a reward for her or for him to forgive you like that. It doesn't work that way. It takes time. Okay. The trust has to be rebuilt. Everything is basically starting all over again. It's starting from scratch. The person that you married before, after when you cheated on them, they're no longer that same person anymore. Let's just be clear. They're not the same person. They're not. They're a different person now after they found out that you cheated on them. Now is basically you're restarting all over again, redating, getting to know each other, going in counseling, and take it one step at a time. And you cannot expect that particular person, your wife or your husband, to forgive you like that. You can't. And if you're expecting that, then you're fooling yourself. You really are. You're fooling yourself, and it's not going to work. So if you want the marriage to work and you want to progress and move on, you have to give your significant other grace because you're the one that cheated on your wife or husband. You're the one that did the infidelity. You're the one who went behind their back and broke your family, not the other way around. So don't expect your wife or your husband to forgive you like that. It's going to at least, and I'm not a counselor and I'm not a therapist, it all depends on the person and the therapy and the session and the work that you do together to make your marriage work again. I'm going to say between 6 or 2 years to make for the trust to be regain again, and for your husband or your wife to feel that connection again, and feel that love and that trust and that security that you know that you guys are rock solid again. And again, maybe you guys might be rock solid again, maybe not. It all depends. It all depends on couples therapy. It all depends on you both making it work, and hopefully, your significant other will forgive you, because it says in the Bible you have to forgive someone that they the people that hurt you, the people that love you the most, you have to forgive them, but you don't forget. You don't forget. And once you forgive, once you're ready to forgive that your husband or your wife, you have to mean it. You have to forgive that person and not bring them up to their face anymore when you have a disagreement. Because once you go through the couples therapy and everything works out, and you gain that trust again with your significant other, and once you say you forgive, you have to mean it. You can't just say it just to say it. You really have to mean it, and you have to stick to your word. And once you forgive that person, you can't bring it up if you have a disagreement or if you have an argument. You can't. I'm not saying that you should forget, but you have to forgive and try to move on. Because if you don't forgive, then it's just going to keep eating you inside, and it's just going to manifest, and then you both are just, the marriage is not going to work. It's just going to be broken. And if you know that you can't forgive that person, truly, you gotta really ask yourself that. If you can't really forgive that person, then you have to walk away. You have to walk away, because it's not fair for you. It's not fair for the other person. You have to walk away. If you truly, truly cannot forgive that person who cheated on you and who broke your trust, your love, you have to walk away if you know you can't forgive that person. So, before I go, I just want to know your thoughts and your opinion about this. Why do people cheat? Are they worth forgiving? Are they worth working the relationship out or the marriage? Let me know your thoughts about this. And again, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And there's going to be more different types of conversations that I'm going to have in regards to relationships, the Jay-Z craziness, the P. Diddy, the CEO that got murdered last Wednesday, and they capture the gunman, which is I can't remember his name, but I'm going to talk about that and later on in the near future. And I just want to say thank you so much again for listening in, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.